Checkpoint 3, it asks you to multiply 10 by negative 2 and 3/11. Since I have a whole number here and a negative mixed number here, first of all, what is the product going to be, negative or positive?
Negative.
Negative, certainly right. It is going to be negative. So toss that care aside. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Now, Colton and Haley already told us that when you have this type of a scenario, they both need to be made improper. So you should have come up with 25 over 11. Ugh. Okay, can't be reduced. 250 over 11 in negative. And that being said, after you solved it, you would have a negative 22 and 8/11. You need to answer these in fraction form. You may be using your calculators, but you will need these to be answered as fractions. Do you all understand?
Yes.
Okay. I realize that your calculator will tell you what the decimal version of 8 over 11 is when you do this. But you are going to have to backtrack and convert it to a fraction. Okay? Either that or figure out what 22 times 11 is. And you'll find out that the difference is 8. And that'll be your numerator. Okay? Number 4. We're going to do number 4. We are almost done with today. Number 4 was 3/4 times negative 12. Just because they wrote it in parentheses does not change what we're doing. Notice I kind of left that 12 floating up in the air. Why do you think that is? Plug in my 1. Exactly right. Oh, look, we can reduce. Lucky us. These two are divisible by 4, right? This denominator becomes a 1. The 12 as a numerator becomes a 3. Let's make sure we know our answer. Positive times a negative is going to be what? Okay. So a negative 9 looks like our answer. Equals negative 9. Okay? Negative 9 should be your answer. Example 3 has us getting a little more practice in that area of converting two numbers to improper fractions, multiplying or reducing where possible, and solving. Example 3 is no different. However, example 4, and I'm going to camp on this one for a minute, has us doing this with numbers, okay, and letters. Doing this with letters. For example, letter A, we've got m over 3 being multiplied by negative 12 over 5. You guys see that? M over 3, negative 12 over 5. Is my answer going to be negative or positive? Negative. Haley's right. The second factor is negative, and a positive times a negative is a negative. Okay. Can the 3 and the 12 reduce each other? By 3, huh? This denominator becomes a 1. The numerator over here becomes a 4. What is 4 times 1m? 4m is on the top. Bravo. What is 1 times 5? Can the 4 and the 5 reduce each other? No, they cannot. Therefore, your answer is negative 4/5. Okay? Remember, if it does not have a number preceding the variable, that number is understood to be a 1. Letter B. N squared over 10 multiplied by 5n cubed over 9. 5n cubed over 9, am I right? Yes. All right. Do the 1 and the 9 reduce? No. Do the 10 and the 5 reduce?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Divisible by 5, the 10 becomes a 2, the 5 becomes a 1. So far, so good? Multiply straight across. We learned the rules for multiplying exponents with the same base. You simply add the exponents. 1n squared, 1n cubed is how many n? N to the 5th, right? N to the 5th? 3, 2, 5, and 2 and 9, 18. Questions?
Would that just be like just an n because it's n times n, 1n times 1n?
Yep, it's still 1n, but it's to the 5th, right? Because of the exponents, n squared times n cubed is n5. The rule for multiplying when you have the same base, which we do, the base is 1n, so you simply add your exponents. N and n have the same base. Add your exponents. Okay, great question. I'd like to do one more like that because that's the only thing I see in this whole mess that could be problematic. I'm going to do checkpoint, we'll do number 9. 3y over 4 multiplied by y5 over 9. Okay, the 3 and the 9 reduce by a factor of 3, right?
Yeah.
The 4 and the 1, remember this does not have a coefficient, therefore the coefficient is 1. 4 and the 1 cannot reduce. So let's multiply across. 3 times 1 is 3. Y times y5 is how many y? Y1, y5 is how many y? Y6. Four, that should be a 1, Mrs. Myers. Sorry. 4 times 3 is 12. So it's y6 over 12. Okay, sorry about that. How would 3 divided by 3 be 3? Okay. I am imperfect. Definitely imperfect. How do you guys feel about this so far?
Good.
Okay.